Hi everyone, it's Juan CL, and now we're gonna do a review on the first Rocky movie, and this is the first review we'll be doing this month. Next will be the original Spider-Man movie from 2002. So let's begin with our review. Rocky is by far one of my favorite movies in recent years, and possibly one of the greatest movies of all time, period. And it's a very hard question to answer. Some people have mixed opinions of this being the best fighting sports movie ever. I mean, there's also other fighting movies like Raging Bull, Million Dollar Baby. There's a lot of boxing movies, and this one is like one of those earlier fighting boxing movies. And this is pretty good. It's a classic. It's by far just so popular. It spawned multiple sequels and has memorable characters. The film stars Sylvester Stallone as Rocky Balboa, Talia Shire as Adrian, Carl Weathers as Apollo Creed, Burgess Meredith as Mickey, Burt Young as Paulie, and there's plenty of other characters. So this is the 2002 DVD, if you're wondering, because there are a crap load of DVDs and Blu-rays and VHS tapes of Rocky. There's like multiple versions. And here's the back, and there's Rocky on the Philadelphia Museum, right on the top of the stairs, and there's Rocky right there during the fight with Apollo, and there's Mickey right there. And of course, to prove that this is the 2002 version, I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. I don't know if you could tell, but there's somewhere that says 2002, but anyway. Let's move on to the plot. Of course, Rocky, he's a lower class man. He fights in clubs, works for a loan shark, and also works with Mickey at the gym. But he starts training with Mickey whenever he starts to have a shot to fight Apollo Creed for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now that's pretty cool. And when he met Adrian, he tries to soothe her and get along with her because of her brother Paulie. And there's a lot going on. I mean, of course, this takes place during the winter. It takes place right around Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. And of course, Rocky's a nice guy. He tries to let this one guy go by not breaking his thumb, and then also I think has a little interview with Apollo on TV and trying to impress Adrian, saying, "Yo, Adrian, it's me, Rocky." I know, there's a lot of memorable scenes. There's also this one scene where Mickey says, "Woman, weaken legs." I know that. I wish I could show the clips, but I don't want MGM or any other company to take down the videos because of those damn copyright infringement on YouTube. So overall, this movie is by far the greatest Rocky movie ever. I mean, the sequels are still good, but they never seem to have the same exact charm. I mean, yeah, all the Rocky movies, in my opinion, are great, but it has been a roller coaster, so the movies later became a little bit more cheesy and over the top compared to this one. This one has a lot of great scenes and gives you a happy feeling overall. Of course, Rocky later dates Adrian, and of course Mickey starts training him and all that, and there are a few scenes that still confuse me, like the way Rocky screams to Mickey when Mickey offers to be his manager. I mean, if people actually heard Rocky, they would have called the cops on him when he says, "You want to bring me and join me into the ring? You want me to stay home?" That's what he always said. And then there's this also one scene where Paulie breaks Rocky out of... He goes on a rampage during Christmas, and he grabs a bat, and then Adrian's like, "I take care of you, I take care of you, leave Rocky alone." You know, that part, that was insane as well. There are some crazy scenes in that movie that could have been, unrealistic. I mean, seriously, what would people hear if they actually saw or heard those, all that drama going on? I mean, I know it's a drama, but what would it be like if it was more realistic when people actually heard all that stuff happen? Wow. The plot is still just a plot. It can't be realistic enough, and this was in the mid-70s, so we'll let it all slide. It's a movie, a great movie. And it was directed by John Adelson, and of course, Sylvester Stallone also wrote this movie. And since it was such a big masterpiece, it won 3 Academy Awards, one for Best Picture, for Best Screenplay, and even Best Director. And since this movie won 3 Oscars, of course there had to be sequels. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. But this is the first one, and then someday in the future we will review the other movies, but first I have to review the first Spider-Man movie, so there are a few things I like to say to all you people out there. Brooke, Brooke Davis, you have to watch this movie. This is a masterpiece. Sylvester Stallone's a great actor. He's been in a ton of movies like Rambo. He's been in Demolition Man. He was in Over the Top. He was in Cliffhanger. He was in a lot of movies. He's been recently known for The Expendables, and he was also the voiceover of Weaver from Ants, which we will review at some point either in December or November if we start doing more DreamWorks and Pixar movies, but we'll do that later on. So, of course, Rocky is a great movie. If you have not seen the Rocky movies, please watch this movie. It's a masterpiece. It gives you a great feeling. Gonna Fly Now is by far one of the best montages, and I almost forgot to say that the montages are widely known for Rocky. So, of course, Rocky was probably one of the main reasons why montages were known, as well as the punching meat, where Rocky goes to the meat locker with Paulie and he punches the meat. That's another training scene right there. And the training montage, Gonna Fly Now, it's really great. It's memorable. He runs up the stairs. Everyone does that. If you live in Philadelphia, you should already know that the stairs are popular because of this movie, Rocky. And there's the statue. The statue wasn't made until Rocky 3, and the stairs were still popular later on. And now, let's just finish up the review by giving this a 100% rating and a 5 out of 5. So, please hit the subscribe button and rock on. And as Rocky would say, "Yo, Adrian, I did it! I made a good movie!" Or wrote a good movie, as a matter of fact. So, peace out and rock on. And once again, say goodbye to, once again on Bad Bad. Happy birthday, Trisha baby.